Mr. Lee thinks, this boy, says without hesitation. Luo Shu tells, I am not only talking about now. I won't try to help others in the foreseeable future. It has been very hard for me even to survive in this world. So, I'm sorry, I don't have any lofty ideas, Mr. Lee thinks, as I expected. It's so hard to convince him to believe in our mission. It's not his fault to think so. Life isn't easy after all, he tells. Fine, although I can't take you as a disciple. I can still teach you sword technique from now on, and thinks, guess the only thing I can do would be to pay more attention to their lives and try to influence him. One step at a time. After 2 days, Mr. Lee is fixing a light bulb and thinks, did Luo Xiao accept me in her heart? Now she's asking for my help, and he asks, do you want to be someone that could help others in the future, Luo Xiao? She says without hesitation, no, but look, I just fixed the light bulb for you. She tells, the house has an aging circuit. What if Luo Shu got an electric shock when he changed it? You're too old to be cocky at changing a light bulb. Hearing that, he coughs of some blood and fires up, and asks, you have finished your math homework. I'll have a look on it if it's done. After that, he sees the math papers and gets confused. Luo Xiao stares at him and asks, didn't you say that you know everything? What's taking you so long in solving this one? Do you know how to solve it or not? He gets mad and tells, are you kidding me? Of course, I know. You were not born when I was solving a math problem at school. She asks, how old are you? He tells with proud, 81 years old. She mockingly says, I am 10 years old now. You were learning math before I was born. Then you learned math when you are 71 years old. Have you been learning it for 60 years? Because of that, he falls silent and they both stare at each other. She thinks, do you think that you can be my teacher that easily? In his mind he says, girl, I'm quite experienced and I lived it all. Someone comes in middle and talks. Well, but before he say anything they both get irritated and shouts, who said that? A person comes in and tells, I know how to figure this out. It seems that I am not really welcomed here. He is that so, Mr. Lee? He asks, Luo Xiao, do you know what's after the saying when you have friends coming from afar? She says, kill them no matter how far away they are. Hearing that, he sweats, and in the classroom Luo Shu is getting negative feelings continuously, from Shi Shuijing and Li Sheni. He gets confused and thinks, why am I receiving Shi Shuijing negative feelings? And there are negative feelings from Li Sheni. Did something happen to Luo Xiao? And suddenly he gets up and says, sorry teacher, but I need to leave for a moment. Teacher gets confused and asks, what's wrong? He tells, someone logged into my Twitter from another location, and runs off by saying see you around teacher. Teacher tries to stop him, after he comes running home and shouts Luo Xiao, and open the door and sees eye contest between Mr. Lee and Mr. Shi. Luo Xiao is their judge. He asks, this is? Mr. Shi tells, right, I'm the person that you thought I'd be. He says, I know, you are, the guy that helps fix our light bulb. Hearing that, he turns into statue, and Mr. Lee says while laughing, among all dragonets and snares, this is the only dragnet with no proper physique. Mr. Shi Shuijing, he sarcastically says, you're the founder of the foundation and everyone respects you even though your physique foundation is ruined. Personally, I respect you a lot. Luo Shu thinks, so, the cultivation method taught in the vital class is created by him. In the vital class, Cynthia is explaining, this meditation method is called By Thoughtful Meditation. Now I'm teaching you the first chapter of the By Thoughtful Meditation, Spiritual Body. You'll get the next chapter when you finishes the first one. Just take your time, your adaptation and cultivation of the chapter won't be the same based on different physics. Cultivation requires great willpower. You need to work hard afterwards. Suddenly Luo Shu feels something in his chest. The dagger in his chest attacking a white color ball. It's the By Thoughtful Meditation technique. And Canine Corp dagger doesn't agree, other one stepping in and attacks it. Luo Shu tries to stop it but it won't listen. He thinks, it seems that I can't cultivate on both at the same time. The galaxy is too bossy. Other techniques are useless to me. I feel that it'll be awkward if Mr. Shi Shuijing knows about my technique. Mr. Shi asks, by the way, you haven't introduced us Mr. Lee. He says, it's my neighbor next door, a boy with a level F physique. He's a student in your vital class. Luo Shu tells, I'm here to pick up my little sister, and I'll leave you some privacy for your business. Thank you so much for your help, Grandpa Lee. And they both leave quickly. Mr. Shi thinks, are you really just neighbors? Mr. Lee gets serious and asks, why you're here? He tells, there are signs of the reappearance of remains in our country. Remains are integral parts of our country. I sincerely hope that the Foundation can stay out of it when they reappear in the future. If you don't agree, you can kill me now and no one can stop you. Mr. Lee waves his hand and tells, why would I kill you here? Okay, I get your point. You can leave. He thanks him and tells, We'll always save the 9th vacancy of the dragonets for you, Mr. Lee says. I am not that ambitious as an old man, he says. Please do think about it, and by the way, I can always help when you can't figure out a math problem. Hearing that, Mr. Lee gets irritated and shouts, "Get out." In the kitchen, Luo Shu is cooking breakfast. Luo Xiao says, "How could that old man look down on you earlier? He couldn't solve that math problem himself. You're the best cook ever. I'll tell him the next time we meet," he explains. He's always surrounded by big names. Keeping a low key would be the best protection for me. She says, "Then I will be polite to him from now on." He tells, "You don't need to be polite, or you'll seem like strangers." In his mind, now I can also get the negative feelings caused by Luo Xiao. I won't get so many negative feelings if she is too polite. Outside, Mr. Lee shouts, "I solved your math problem, Luo Xiao." Luo Shu opens the door and asks Grandpa Lee. Earlier, before he says any more, Grandpa Lee stamps the math papers on his chest and asks, "Why were you so nervous earlier? You're just a level F student, or perhaps you're not level F. This is sodium-potassium alloy and it can be used to test your physique. I bet you have learned it in the vital class already." He sweats and says, "I am a level F, I've been tested, and there is no needed." Grandpa Lee simply says, "Just tell me the result tomorrow morning," and leaves. Luo Shu stands there and Luo Xiao asks, "Now what should I do? Should I tell him truth?" He says, "I'll get tested first." In the room they checks. The results is it's turned into rainbow color and breaks the glass. She asks, "What does this mean?" He says, I went off the scale." In the morning he's at the stall. One guy comes and asks, "Do you still have any smelly tofu left?" He opens the box and tells, "I have." "Then I'll have some." He says, "That's not for sale." That guy get mad and says, "What's wrong with you? Why do you show me if it's not for sale?" System collects, negative feelings 300. He thinks, I need more and more negative feelings to cultivate. Luckily now I also got negative feelings caused by Luo Xiao. And he feels sorry for Grandpa Lee and thinks, you need to put up with her for a little bit longer. And other side, Luo Xiao is doing her math and tells, "You need to take some pills if you are sick, old man." He says, "It's nothing, but I have something to ask you. What's the result of your test last night? And what about your brothers? You already asked Luo Shu this morning. He's a level F and I'm a little better than him." He thinks, their physiques are far from mediocrity, but they still don't trust me. In the school, someone is shouting, "Wow, you're awesome, Lu Li." Luo Shu comes in and sees that commotion and wonders, why are they so excited? Why is he holding chives? Zhang Shuyi tells, the chives that he hold contain superpower, which can help your cultivation if you eat them. He made it to the next level last night, and now he's distributing chives to celebrate. He asks, made it to the next level? So fast, didn't they say that it'll cost about 9 days for a level B to break through? He says, his family bought him a piece of blessed land, and it accelerated his cultivation, but that blessed land was a little creepy, and I guess he'll suffer later. Luo Shu asks, what is a blessed land? He suddenly puts glasses and explains, the blessed land is the place that can send out superpower. It can not only affect to people's cultivation, but also affect animals and plants. Of course, the blessed lands have different levels. The one Lu Li family bought has impure superpower, so it will harm his health if he continues cultivating on that. Luo Shu says, I guess you will soon break through as well, right? Aren't you a level B as well? He takes off the glasses and tells, right. I broke through 2 days ago. The blessed land I own is a little bit superior. Luo Shu thinks, owning a superior blessed land and knowing everything about the dragon nets and snares. He's absolutely not a common person. Other side students are exclaiming, please show us what it's like when you break through Lu Li. He shows his weak and thin arms and says, it's not obvious on the appearance, how about someone challenge me in a wrist wrestling? Luo Shu comes behind and asks, can I volunteer? Please. Lu Li says, you, of course, and they start wrist wrestling. Lu Li thinks, you always embarrasses me in public. Now I'll make you cry, and he uses his power to dominate him. But Luo Shu easily defeats him, seeing that Lu Li and students get surprised. System collects negative feelings from Lu Li, 999. Luo Shu apologies and tells, I have a stronger left hand. Let's do this with right hand. And he once again defeats him. Lu Li thinks, this is your weak right hand. Luo Shu cheaply says, I feel like that I'm filled with strength. Did I awaken my strength? He grabs the hands of Lu Li and says, a wrist wrestling with you can help me get awakened. Thank you so much, he thinks. Now I can get awakened naturally. This is all planned before coming to the school so that no one can doubt him that how he awakened before. Zhang Shuyi asks, did you really get awakened? I don't know why, but I felt a sudden strength bursting out of my body, and then I got awakened. Then, Remember to tell Ms. Cynthia that you get awakened tonight in class. In the evening class, Cynthia is telling, you'll get your benefits. I've already known that you got self-awakened. This blessed stones can accelerate your cultivation. Every level B. Get 2 each month, but you'll get 2 of them every month since you got self-awakened. Luo Shu takes the blessed stone and thinks, they're good stuff, but I have a completely different cultivation method. They're useless to me. Zhang Shuyi asks, how's that? I didn't lie, right? He gets an idea and asks, I have a bargain for you, bro, you want to hear about it? Our video ends here. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.